There's a hierarchy in every room, whether you see it or not. The powerful aren't watching everyone. They're watching the few who stand out and the many who disappear the moment they walk in. Not because they're quiet, not because they're humble, but because they radiate habits that scream one thing: irrelevance. Machiavelli didn't write for the masses. He wrote for the rulers, the ones who understood that visibility isn't about being loud, it's about being felt. And when you carry these 13 habits, you don't just get ignored. You become invisible to power, to opportunity, to respect. It starts with the first habit. You enter rooms with your energy pointed inward. When a powerful person enters a room, their awareness expands. They scan, they assess, they dominate silently. But when a weak man walks in, he collapses inward. His body language shrinks, his energy retreats, his eyes search the ground instead of claiming space. To the powerful, this person doesn't exist, not even worth evaluating. Because if you don't value your own presence, why should anyone else? Appearances are the weapons of influence. Disappear, and your enemies need not destroy you. You've done it yourself. Walking into a room is your first test. Your shoulders should lead, your eyes should scan deliberately, and your energy should project out, not in. Don't wait to be noticed. Move like you expect to be. The second habit is speaking with apology in your tone. Even when your words are strong, your tone gives you away. The rising intonation, the soft trailing off, the excessive like, and sorry. It doesn't matter what you say if it sounds like you're seeking permission to speak. Powerful people will tune you out within seconds. You think you're being polite, but what they hear is, "I don't believe what I'm saying. I'm asking for approval." To Machiavelli, speech was a weapon, measured, intentional, controlled. Not desperate, not shaky, and never performed for consensus. Train your tone to be flat, calm, and final. Speak in low, slow rhythms, with less words and more weight. Let silence carry your confidence. Never fill the space just to be heard, because the moment you stop sounding unsure, people start leaning in. The third habit is laughing too easily. Laughter is a social signal. It says, "I agree, I'm harmless, I'm here for comfort." But as Machiavelli would have warned, the one who laughs first gives the power away, especially when it's not even funny, when it's nervous, or when you're laughing at something that subtly mocks you. Powerful people test you by tone. They say something risky, sarcastic, borderline rude, and then they wait, not to see if you're offended, but to see if you'll laugh to stay in their good graces. The moment you do, they've marked you. You'll never be seen as equal again. Don't laugh to belong. If something is disrespectful, don't smirk, go silent. Hold tension in the air. Let them feel your stillness. Because when they don't know how to read you, they don't know how to control you. And that is power. The fourth habit is over-explaining simple things. You're asked a question, you answer, and then keep going, adding backstory, disclaimers, softeners, and examples. Not because it's needed, but because you feel the need to justify your right to speak. This habit makes you invisible because it reeks of insecurity. Powerful people don't have the time or patience for people who narrate their thoughts like a podcast no one asked for. You think, if I just explain it clearly enough, they'll understand me. But they think, if he needs this many words, he's not worth listening to. As Machiavelli would say, the more you explain, the more control you hand over. Let your words be few and final. Answer, then stop. Let silence carry the rest. Speak like your time is expensive. Let them ask if they want more. Never assume they do. Because when you speak less, your words gain weight. When you speak too much, your value dissolves in the noise. These aren't random quirks. They are invisible disqualifiers. The subconscious cues that tell powerful people, this one's not ready. This one doesn't believe in himself. This one can be ignored without consequence. And here's what no one tells you. You don't get second chances with power. By the time you've corrected the mistake, the room has already moved on. Machiavelli understood that every environment is a battlefield, not with swords, but with posture, tone, presence, and silence. And if you fail to weaponize those things, you'll be dismissed before your words are even processed. But we're not done. There are more habits, each one sharper than the last, each one responsible for why you've been overlooked, underestimated, and forgotten in rooms that could have changed your life. You weren't rejected. You were invisible, and it was your habits that made it so. You weren't born invisible. You trained yourself to become that way. Every suppressed opinion, every swallowed instinct, every time you nodded when you should have walked away, you were carving yourself into someone forgettable. Powerful people aren't blind, they simply filter. They scan the room and unconsciously eliminate those who carry the scent of compliance, apology, or unclaimed identity. They don't do it to be cruel. They do it because time is limited, and power only moves toward other power. The fifth habit is waiting to be included. You sit at the table, but you don't speak unless spoken to. You linger on the edge of conversations, hoping someone will invite you in. You wait to be given permission, socially, professionally, emotionally. This is the death of presence because it broadcasts the one thing Machiavelli warned against: dependence on others for validation. When you wait to be included, you make it known, I'm not sure I belong here. Can someone else decide for me? Powerful people never wait. They insert themselves, not arrogantly, but decisively, because they understand one thing. Value doesn't knock, it walks in. Don't ask, is it my turn? Take the turn, steer the moment, add value fast, then go silent. Let your contribution echo. The ones who hesitate are forgotten. The ones who speak once with weight are remembered. The sixth habit is apologizing for your standards. You have preferences, limits, and non-negotiables. But the moment someone questions them, you soften, you explain, you backtrack. Whether it's about how you spend your time, who you date, or what you tolerate, you treat your boundaries like something that needs defending. And the moment you do that, you lose all gravity. Machiavelli understood that standards are not about morality. They're about power calibration. If you apologize for your standards, you make them seem arbitrary. If you stand by them silently, you make them sacred. Say no without flinching. Decline without a backstory. Walk away without signaling pain. When your standards are delivered without explanation, they become law. And law commands respect, not permission.